Where my hot shoe?
Look in there, that's what people mind.
What?
Look in the Dell costume, that's what people mind.
Liddell, accept it. Liddell, join.
I knew you had to fight. You had to your feet. Yes, you did. See that? That's why you smart. You lying. You had to your feet. And then you look at the closet. That's what they was at everything. Lying. No, you too wrong.
Hey,
Yeah.
go get some trash cans.
Liddell, come get these trash cans. Take it to the back.
Here, take this with you.
I need to wake up extra early, bro.
Liddell, take this with you. What? Somebody get in and wash these dishes. Alright. Get that pizza that's in the kitchen. That's in that refrigerator.
TJ! Can I see your charger?
What charge?
The awesome charger.
Why do you the car stand in the back? Why does it open the door?
Here, ours will go right there. Get him. Can you do it? No, first trust me.
Back door.
My dad's so black.
Liddell, joy! Dello! Place top 10, bro. Find your what? You can't find your mic, but I'm talking to you. Oh, I thought you could hear me. Like you was like on that, then on that.
Hey, y'all come in and wash these dishes.
I don't know.
I ain't talking to you then.
One of the girls. Chop, chop.
Go ahead. Water running.
Chop, chop.
TJ! I'm about to join the party chat real quick.
Bad.
TJ, join the party chat.
Bro, I'm already in the party with somebody.
Huh?
I'm already in the party.
But I can hear you. I'm gonna create a party.
For what?
I'm gonna join Alexian Room.
Send me an invite there. To that party. Send me an invite to that party. They'll try to send me an invite to that party. Y'all, Adele, hurry up. We need to land.
Black people, yeah, that's DJ.
I'm trying to look.
Liddell, what is you doing? There's people over here. Wow, they gave me a grenade launcher. I really love grenade launchers, don't I? Oh my god. I could have killed this, I'm insane. I freaking was just talking trash about this grenade launcher. Liddell, hurry up! Liddell, send me an invite to that party.
Send me another invite, kid.
That's bad. I'll be there and watch this one.
Yeah, I got to leave.
Hello? Hello? What's up, bruh? My brother is TTV Liddell.
Oh, that's a bad.
Yeah, you wanna join?
Party, T.
No, bro. You wanna join my clan?
One of him.
You wanna join my clan?
Say no, bro.
I join you. TTV. I join you.
Liddell.
I join your brother.
Alright, bro.
Yes.
Oh, my fault, bro. Join me again.
Send me another invite.
Join me again, bro. It's my fault. Liddell, he joined me.
I'm your brother.
I'll send you an invite, Liddell. Oh, there you go. You can join too, bro. Jay Jones, you can join too. I mean, Alexer, you could join too. Alex, whatever your name is. All of y'all could join. Jay Jones, let's go, yo. Alright, y'all, we all gonna get each other.
Guys, this is party. I'm gonna sing you a new one. Yo. Tessie. Oh my god, bro, you a YouTuber?
My name is Teasy.
Bruh.
What's up, bro?
How many times are you, T?
Hey, bro, you have no private, bro. Can I join you?
Bro, you're a bot, kid.
Wait, who can't join? Alexa, you can't join? I'm gonna send you an invite. I'm gonna send my boy Alexa an invite.
I'm Legend Williams friend.
Alright, y'all, come to this one.
Wait, don't start yet. I'm getting in the match.
Y'all move. Wait for my boy Alexa to get in the match.
Wait.
I play squads, y'all. Y'all join the match.
Guys, who got a pink?
Don't press start. Tell everybody come in.
Who got a pink?
Alright, let's go.
I'm playing with him.
Y'all ready for this?
No, wait. I'm not ready.
Hey, yo, I'm going to game chat.
Alright.
Hey, yo, am I ready?
Hello? Yeah. Y'all ready? Okay, bro. All default, I love defaults, bro. Defaults are gods. Like, bro, you're the goddess, bro. Like, are you a real Alexa, dude?
Nah, I'm not real default. I'm just kidding.
I know. Oh, good. Good shot.
Oh, damn it, I thought that was my phone.
Why you bullying him? Why you bullying him? Oh, bro, you killed the default. Why did you have to kill the default? Now I gotta kill you.
Come on, cuz. We about to finish. The game on. About to wrap up. But y'all about to start. One more deeper anyway.
When you kill him, Jones, why you kill the default? Jones, why you did that to me, Jones? I'm not gonna leave it, ball.
13 HP. GG's.
Ain't no chips in that bag, is it? What?
But there'll be 220s, yo.
Why y'all got all that empty shit up there? If ain't nothing in that shit, throw it away.
Just go to game chat. Josh joined. Josh here.
Terry, if I gotta tell your ass to get off that TV, up on that TV like that, one more time, you won't be plugging that motherfucker up on phone.
Hey, what? I can't go over there? I mean, no! Look at that!
There's a bottle on me, bro. There's a bottle or what? That was too easy. Liddell, you want the smoke, bro?
What's your name? Yo, William.
Oh, of course we go to me. Get that! The light upstairs.
Oh my god.
You gotta turn down.
Okay.
Bro, I died. From something you called a P-O-double-I killed you. Liddell, you killed me. Yes, you're happy. Ha. You want a cookie?
Now I want a cookie.
Our boy said, yeah, I want a cookie. They'll be sniping you a bot. Come on, somebody win.
Here, I win.
I win.
You just said somebody win.
Shut up.
Yo, I'm doing a
You
juju
just said somebody. Not.
Liddell, you at 50. Liddell, you at 10.
Come on, get off TV. Back your ass up.
Back up, Jemima.
game in a minute.
Look at this.
I went back to party chat. I was talking too much. I couldn't hear nothing. Not even again. But then I went back to party chat. Don't tell them I went back to party chat.
Y'all better hurry up. Party that chat. Ate all the goddamn sweets up.
I didn't. I don't think I ate some chips.
And the chips down, all the chips. All the
I know.
sweets.
I know. I'm not greedy. Because you always trying to talk about somebody.
Don't say two.
It don't matter, it's gone. Well, it don't matter who did.
There's an iconic skit in here, bruh. Go crazy.
I do.
I'm out of here, coach. I'm about to die. No. No, you're not.
Okay, did you take the people on top of me and then I got the mattress? Liddell got his bed, Lohan said, Lohan just sleeps upstairs. Liddell don't worry about keeping his bed because he's still on. So you don't need that. I don't even know, bro.
GG's.
Done, ain't you?
No. It's a few more matches, like. Bro. What y'all doing? Party chat. I'm in round 4 out of 10.
No, see, I want to watch the game.
Hello, Ma?
You got 10 rounds. I want to see some football.
I'm just going to 5. This is the last one I'm going. Yeah, Ma? Hey. Huh? Yes.
Okay. What y'all doing?
Nothing on my game. About to watch the game. Huh? In this room. In the room.
Okay.
Alright. I love you. Yo, well, you're not talking in the game chat because they screaming.
I'm the point people.
It's cool, Brody.
Alright, now let's talk to me.
17 years old. You're like 10. I'm like 17. And the electrical clock still is. You don't know me, Tennessee. See, no, I didn't even hit him. How did I just hit him? Oh my God, I just hit him. Oh my God, I just hit him.
Would you shut the fuck up in there?
Finally, somebody told him. So finally. Screaming in my ear.
Now you in round 6.
Watch it.
Just little round, so your ass.
I'm shooting at people.
Yeah, yeah.
Look, I'm shooting at him. And somebody trying to snipe me. See, when every time I try to shoot at people, other people try to shoot. They always try to double team me. I started double teaming. I thought that was somebody right there. I better. Yes, love. Fuck. Somebody on me right now. I missed that.
Don't start crawling your mouth when you sleep.
Anything is calling them out. Spider will call them out if they leave it open. Shit.
He said anything. We don't got no spiders in this house. This ain't Steffi's house.
Go ahead, fix it around.
Liddell, why you gotta kill me with a poison trap?
Don't touch me.
I'm gonna wait till black people lick the face so I can win. I'm gonna just win this. I'm gonna just win. I'm tired of losing now. Tired of losing the matches. This dude about to kill me. He a god. No, I'm just kidding. God. Oh. No, you got 2 wins. I got 30.
I don't understand why it's so hard like TJ.
Bro, was I ever talking to you?
Wait, who just got killed? It's done.
You calling it dumb, but you was just playing it earlier.
Bro, don't come to me. It's dumb just like your friend. What?
Snipe. I missed that snipe.
Bro, who came back? Don't forget my family. The only thing bacon is that bread.
Easy. Kill one. Out of my loot. Alright, I'll quit playing with people.
Killing with no little Barbie kid. How old are you? You know, Ken and Barbie. Them things black. Keep them on the floor. You need to go watch them that fast. Your feet don't have that fast. It's there. Which one look?
Huh?
This look like.
I know who I can name off. Okay. Grandma Vanessa, Grandpa D, Uncle Red, Uncle Carlos, and you.
That's my mom. That's my mom and her sister. That's my mom. This the day she died. Today.
She died today. Y'all, Grandma Vanessa died today. She died on this day. She died today. Grandma Vanessa. Safe. What? Jamari just said something dumb?
Yes.
I knew it. She asked something like, is it her birthday? Oh, Pooh, let me guess. She asked, is it her birthday? Pooh! Tariel! Let me guess, she asked, is it her birthday?
I'm in the game real quick.
I'm about to kill this dude. Always trying to kill me. And you down with him. Never mind, bro. You don't need to die with him. I just want to kill him. He tried to kill. Yeah, I killed you now. Oh, you coming. Dang it. I don't even care. I killed the other dude. Now, you got pissed off Grandpa D when he was little? How old was you when Grandma Vanessa passed away?
1999.
99?
20 years ago.
Oh, so you was 25.
Vanessa looked cute. What'd you buy some? You buy some.
25.
Thank you, God Trooper.
Liddell killed that God Trooper.
Who killed that?
That's not a God Trooper, that's a Scar Ranger. My Liddell, you like how that snipe felt? Liddell, double team that Scar Ranger. Liddell, double team that Scar Ranger. Liddell, stop shooting at me. Liddell, double team that Scar Ranger. Liddell said, bet.
You shut the door. I don't want to hear you say that no more. I don't care.
No.
You want to play duo? I knew all those people that was. You want to play duo?
Now, which one is this, Terry?
It's over.
Yeah, come on. You talking that you started over. See what I'm saying?
It's
You don't
over.
respect it, but you started it over.
It was still.
You playing round
He
one.
started it. He pressed started.
Take it off,
I
Terry.
didn't do that.
On the play, it falls incomplete though. That was third down, so that will bring up a long field goal tries for the Redskins. Joe, we just showed your number as we take a look at the Haskins throw.
I think this should have been called. That was a heck of a throw by Haskins that time. Boy, right on the money.
It seems like Haskins has had some really nice throws, a little bit up and down though, and I think that's been his issue early on in Redskins camp, is that consistency, which is kind of what you'd expect out of a young rookie quarterback.
Dustin Hopkins, sixth year out of Florida State, on to try the field goal, 35-yard try. It is on the way, and it is good. So Dwayne Haskins moved the Redskins down the field. They net 3 points on the drive. It's now a touchdown game. Freddie Kitchens will watch his offense when we come back.
It's an all-out 2019 sellout at Ganley Nissan, where everything goes at just $199 a month with as little as $0 down at Ganley Nissan, home of the $199 Nissan, Ganley Nissan Mayfield, and Penn Ganley Nissan Medina.
My experience with USAA has been excellent. They really appreciate the military family, and it really shows.
With all that USAA offers, why go with anybody else? We know their rates are good. We know that they're always going to take care of us.
It was an instant savings, and I should have changed a long time ago.
It was funny because when we would call another insurance company, they would say, oh, we can't be USAA.
We're the Weber family.
We're the Tennies.
We're the Hells, and we're USAA members for life.
Get your USAA auto insurance quote today.
All the signs say you're ready for college. We're here to help. Bryant and Stratton College, for every and in life.
Boy, time flies. Personally, I know I cannot believe my daughter is almost a year old. Those are big steps. Moments are special. Time matters. It's important how we spend it. We had this with our daughter. Give yourself a few moments in the morning to take a breath. I know a comfortable place where you can start your day with people you can trust. Trent, Terrence, and I will help you get ready for not just another day, but a better one. Let's make it a Good Morning Cleveland right before GMA.
Hi, it's Chad Mayer from Nick Mayer Ford. It's Truck Month. Get 0% financing for 72 months. Or lease a 2019 Crew Cab 4x4 with navigation for only $299 per month. So you're not done shopping until you shop nickmayerford.com.
No, it's 30, Jay.
Well, this is what a football player looks like right here. Joe Thomas. What great service to the Cleveland Browns. Joe, and nothing against you, but it's good to finally see a lot of jerseys in the stands from guys that are playing now instead of guys that are retired. Yeah. And there's the real number.
There you go.
10,363. What comes to mind when you see that? That's the number of consecutive plays. For crying out loud, are you kidding me?
You know, I see that number, and to me, there's a great deal of pride because that means I was out there for my teammates more than 10,000 plays in a row, giving them all I got. And as a lineman, I'm not scoring any touchdowns. The best I can do is be out there, try to help block for my quarterback, try to help out my left guard, try to block for my running backs, and just be reliable. That's all I ever wanted to do in my career. And so when I see that number, that's what I think of.
Tim, I think he was not just reliable, but Hall of Fame great during his years here in Cleveland, and really set the standard. If you're a great offensive lineman and you're coming out of college, the bar is as high as ever. I don't know how anybody attains that, ever.
No, I don't either. And, you know, we saw, I don't know if you know this or not, but we saw a stat come by earlier, said you were the only offensive lineman in NFL history to make the Pro Bowl in each of his first 10 seasons. Man, that's just unbelievable. Congratulations to you on just a Hall of Fame career, and you're a joy to watch, Joe.
Well, thank you.
Garrett Gilbert back at quarterback for the Browns to start their first series of the second half. They keep it on the ground, and that's Dearness Johnson, the rookie out of South Florida, who is taken down after a pickup of a couple. What'd you make of the Duke Johnson trade?
I thought it was a really good value for John Dorsey to be able to get a fourth, probably a third-round pick for a running back who has never been a feature back in his career. That's pretty impressive, especially in today's NFL where they really value draft picks, in my opinion, almost too much, and they have devalued the veteran. That's really an amazing job by John Dorsey.
Quick throw over the middle, and that is Ishmael Hyman, and that's a combination that is familiar with one another because they played for Steve Spurrier down in Orlando in the AAF, where they were 7-1 before the league folded, and Gilbert was on his way to an MVP.
I think Gilbert's really starting to settle into this football game. A little shaky the first couple possessions, but, you know, the last couple drives before the half, he got some big throws across the middle, starting to get some confidence, and now you see him really standing in there confidently and throwing the football down the field.
So 1st and 10 now at the 42. The quick throw is knocked down from Gilbert. And on that, we're going to send it down to the field. Dustin Fox, Bernie Kosar. Guys, what's up, guys? guys, I don't know who's skinnier now, Bernie Kosar or Joe Thomas. You guys are like just dropping pounds by the day. I feel fat next to you guys. But, Joe, does it feel weird to be back?
It is always a little bit different, especially, the more years you are away from playing, you're knowing fewer and fewer of the guys that are on the roster and starting to feel like an old stiff here. And I'm not sure I like that anymore.
Well, Joe, you're not old yet, young man.
It's got to be fun for you guys, though, right? Bernie and Tim and Joe, as former Browns players, to see the team back to having all this excitement.
Absolutely. For us here, going on the 20th year with the team coming back, to have this optimism in a team that's really competitive and playoff aspirations this season.
Yeah, for me, I was here in 1999, that inaugural season we came back into the league, and just all the excitement we had, that the fans were so happy to have the Browns back in Cleveland. And we weren't a very good football team. Now, we didn't win very many games, but we did make the playoffs in 2002. I'm very proud we were able to do that. It's the only time the Browns have been in the playoffs in the last 20 years. But I think this team is going to be the team to break that streak and start a playoff run.
Hey, Tim, I'm sure you'd love all this offensive talent on that team back in '99.
I think I'd still be playing, Bernie. They just give me Joe.
You would still be playing.
Joe could come out of the booth, and you give me Odell Beckham and Jarvis Landry and Nick Chubb and the rest of that offensive line. I feel pretty good about going out and making some plays for these guys.
The only concern I have, guys, and you guys can chime in on this, is how does this team handle all the expectations of people praising you, telling you how good you are when you haven't done anything yet? At some point, there's going to be some adversity this season.
Well, Dustin, let me jump on. Remember, Coach Freddie yesterday in the meeting said the detriment of mankind and a football team is ego. And check your egos at the door for our football team.
Well said. Gilbert wants to throw. Passes man. And it's Ish Hyman.
You about to turn that game off after that. Turn that fucking game.
Gilbert, he's looking for this drive.
He has, and Jay, that's two throws now. We've seen those deep out cuts to the sideline earlier in the first half. He hit a good one down here to Antonio Callaway on the 2-minute drill. That time to the other side of the field. He really throws that ball nicely. That ball has to come out on time, on rhythm, and with a great deal of accuracy toward the sideline. And Gilbert has shown he can really make that throw.
And you got to put something on it, too, because that ball's in the air a long time. If a corner or a defensive back jumps that route, it could quickly be a pick six. So another first down for the Cleveland Browns as they have it now on the 34-yard line. This time they'll keep it on the ground. That's to Ernest Johnson with a 10-yard, 11-yard pickup for another Browns first down.
Johnson's a guy they're going to want to get some carries here in this second half with the trade of Duke Johnson and Hilliard moving up to the second team running back. One of these younger guys is going to have to step up and be the third back. And right now, D'Ernest Johnson has flashed during camp. He's made a lot of great plays and another good run there.
Yeah, I think that's going to be one of the stories here for the remainder of the preseason is who's that guy that's going to step up now and in that first 8 games is going to be the complement to Nick Chubb, because Nick can't get all the carries. They're going to have to find somebody else who can share some of those carries during the game.
Gilbert pumped, pulled it back in, and now he wants to run. He'll take it out of bounds for a pickup of a couple. I was talking to Tim about this, Joe, before the game, and I'm fascinated to get your thoughts on this. So last year, we saw the Browns go 5 of their last 7 games without allowing a sack. They had just 3 sacks over that 7-game stretch. That was tops in the NFL. Is that a product of Baker sort of getting a rhythm and getting it out of his hands quickly, or what about the offensive line sort of gelling together after playing together for the better part of the season, coming together as a unit?
Anytime you play that well as an offensive line and allow so few sacks, it's going to be a combination of everything, but primarily it's going to be the quarterback. It's going to be him taking the proper drops, seeing the defense, making a quick decision, and getting the ball out of his hands. That's how you avoid sacks in the NFL.
I couldn't agree more, Joe. And the offensive line did do an outstanding job last year, giving Baker time to throw. But, Baker's one of those guys, he's a catch and throw guy. He doesn't waste any time. He understands what the defense is doing. He reads the defense very quickly. And if he puts his foot in the ground, that ball's coming out. He's not a stand back there and hold it kind of quarterback.
And I think the offensive line really got an idea of how Baker wanted them to block for him. He wants those guys to run wide, to be able to open up those passing lanes and keep things firm in front of him. He does a great job of escaping the pocket when he has to. They can throw on the run really well. So they started to finally understand what he needed from a quarterback perspective.
Unfortunate play that time. It was a great throw and catch by by Gilbert to Hyman, but Hyman couldn't finish the play. Got the ball knocked out down there around the 1-yard line.
They fumbled it on his way to the end zone, and that will bring it in to an end. That Browns drive.
effort by Washington.
3 minutes to go here in the third quarter as you take another look at it. Hyman just losing the football. And the Redskins will have it when we come back. 3 minutes to go, third quarter, Browns leading by 7.
Is Bud Light Orange coming back this summer and never leaving? And brewed with real orange peels? The answer is yes. Yes. And yes.
Where that sticker going at?
Conventional wisdom says it's not worth making Cree LED bulbs so much better than other bulbs. That the light doesn't have to be so beautiful. And nobody can tell the difference anyways. Cut a few corners, it says. Lower your standards. After all, it's just light, right? Maybe conventional wisdom needs to hush. The new worth every penny Cree LED bulb.
It's the Honda Summer Spectacular event, which means more of this. The kind of elation you can only experience after getting a great deal on a Honda Civic or Civic hatchback. Or an Accord. All come standard with the Honda Sensing suite of safety and driver assistive features. And as you can see, all will provide you with plenty of joy. Come be a part of it today.
Get a great deal on the Honda Accord and find your happy place at the Honda Summer Spectacular event.
Turn up summer with Minute Maid slushies, only at McDonald's. Enjoy 3 refreshingly chill flavors, new sweet peach, blue raspberry, and fruit punch, while summer lasts.
New for summer. Here for summer. Arriving this summer. It's Bud Light Lemon Tea. New for summer. New for summer.
Joe, you made a great point. I mean, fundamentals are very important, but what happens here?
So you see the receiver, Hyman, trying to change hands here so he can get that stiff arm out, but a lot of times fumbles happen when you're trying to change the ball from one hand to the other. And you saw he went from the left hand to the right hand, and he was never able to fully tuck and seat that football before the defender was able to come in and poke the ball out. That's why a lot of coaches will tell you to just cover it up in that situation with both hands and run through that arm tackle, and you might get all the way to the end zone.
It was close. That's the second turnover for the Browns inside the 5-yard line. And now the Redskins will take over 1st and 10 at the 29. Dwayne Haskins looking to throw deep and overshoots his receiver. That is Kidsey, who he's connected with on a number of throws, but Robert Jackson deep down the field in coverage. So, Joe, the thing you miss most, I know you don't miss preseason, but the thing you miss most about being an NFL player?
For me, it's easily that locker room environment. The busting up on each other's chops that you're doing on a daily basis. You just don't get that in the real world. I can't go into work and start making fun of somebody because they're going to call HR at NFL Network. But you do that in the locker room, that's just what you do on a daily basis. And so you really miss that camaraderie where you're just genuinely giving it to each other. And you really build a good bond when you're in that situation. And you build friends for life.
I would suggest you go after Michael Irvin pretty hard. He's got thick skin. He can take it.
Absolutely. You got to get after him a little bit.
Everyone that leaves the game always talks about that aspect. That's, Tim, the hardest thing to do is to kind of let go. It's your second family, really. In some cases, during football season, it is your family.
Yeah, you're spending more time with those guys than you are with your family during the season.
Wow, terrific play that time by the Browns blitzer Justin Burris, coming off the edge and knocking Dwayne Haskins for the sack. The big loss will bring up 4th down, and the Browns will get the football back.
That's a secondary defender. That is on Dwayne Haskins. That is his guy. He has to see that. He has to either change the protection, slide his offensive line over there to pick up that blitzing safety, or he has to throw the side adjustment with a hot to that side of the field. He just didn't see the safety coming, but that was on the young rookie quarterback, not the offensive line.
Yeah, that's the frustration of playing with a young quarterback a lot of times. They just don't understand the coverages and the protection schemes well enough to be able to protect themselves. And as an offensive line or running back, you do what you can, but a lot of times there are free blitzers like that if he is not able to adjust the protection.
So it is Ernest Johnson back to field the punt. And he will get it down to the 34-yard line. And that's where the Browns offense will take over. 1:19 to go in the third quarter. Cleveland still leading by 7.
Rally House, shop every team in town, college and pro. Come on, it's time to go.
Vintage Indian tees, your favorite hometown heroes. Styles for the whole family. Browns pullovers, great gifts, outfits even for your best friend.
Cleveland Indians and Cavaliers, the Browns and Buckeyes make us cheer. Rally House, it's your city, it's your house, it's the Rally House.
4 locations in Cleveland and online at rallyhouse.com.
It would break your heart to see what we pull out of here every day.
You guys need some help?
Yeah.
JJ Watt.
What's up, man?
How's it going?
Check it out, man.
What are you guys doing out here?
We're just doing the right thing. What's the dream? My dream is for people to think twice before they throw something out.
Great play, baby.
I appreciate you having me out. You can swing a mean net, man.
Hey, Ben. Throwing away your smart devices?
Yeah, no matter how many of them I buy, they're always broken.
Sounds like dead zones. Like with your Wi-Fi. Devices are probably fine, they just can't connect to your internet.
Honey, Mike says it's the Wi-Fi. SmartFridge is fine.
Oh, thanks, Mike.
Your home is only as smart as your internet. Get fast, seamless wall-to-wall coverage and reduce dead zones with AT&T Internet with smart Wi-Fi technology for $40 a month. More for your thing. That's our thing. Call 1-877, only AT&T.
News 5 originals are not your standard news of the day. You will get information that you can take away to improve your life.
Stories that are going to leave you feeling proud of your community. People may not always remember the story you covered, but they remember how the story made them feel.
And News 5 Originals is a great vehicle to exemplify our passion and our commitment to tell stories that are important to you.
News 5 Originals, the most original storytelling in Northeast Ohio, and we're just getting started.
Whenever a team brings in both coordinators and they're both new, and I'm Freddie's, offense kind of carrying over, but you have 2 new coordinators. That's never a great thing. That's typically means you weren't successful the year before. But Joe, these guys come in with a lot of experience, a lot of gravitas, and I think so far the grades have been 2 thumbs up for both Munkin on offense and Wilkes on defense.
Yeah, both these coordinators, a lot of experience. They're going to bring a lot to the table. One thing you're going to say about Steve Wilkes' defense is they're going to be fundamentally sound. They're going to be gap sound. You're going to have to really beat them the long, hard way because they're not going to make many mistakes across the board. He's going to preach discipline and fundamentals, and you're going to have a really tough defense to beat.
Pass completed to Damon Sheehy-Giuseppe as the Browns pick up 6 yards on first down. You would think Garrett Gilbert's night would be done after this drive, so we could see the youngster David Blau flag down on that play, which was a first down pickup, but I get the sense it's coming back.
Holding. Offense number 71. 10-yard penalty. Replay second down.
Joe, a lot of the talk has been about the backup quarterback, and I think everybody sort of concedes that that will be Drew Stanton. Do you see a situation where if Gilbert continues to shine, he could perhaps leapfrog Drew and be the backup to Baker?
I would be surprised by that just because Drew has the experience, and I think if for some reason they had to have somebody in the game besides Baker, the most important thing is, all right, can we get everybody lined up? Can we get people in the right position? Can we get the ball thrown to the right person on time? Because the last thing you want is somebody going in and they can't get people lined up. You get penalties, he's throwing the ball to guys that aren't open, he's throwing the ball to the other team, he's missing protections, because that hurts everybody. But with Drew, he's like a coach on the field, you know he's going to do everything the right way. He may not throw the ball the same way Baker does, but he's going to throw it to the right guy on time and give his teammates a chance to make a play.
It's a great point, Joe. And not only that, but this football team is so talented. It doesn't really, I mean, no one's going to beat Baker Mayfield if Baker were to go down. But there's so, I mean, you got Odell Beckham Jr., Jarvis Landry, Rashard Higgins, you got Njoku at tight end, you got Nick Chubb in the backfield. You could still go out there and make some plays as a backup quarterback just because there's so much talent around you.
Third down 13 here as the third quarter ticks down. Gilbert steps up, underthrows Hilliard, who would have had some space in front of him to try to get the first down, but after the incompletion, that brings out the Browns punt team. This time it'll be Jamie Gillen. And this time he'll be able to let the leg out a little bit because he doesn't have to worry about trying to put it inside the 10.
I'd like to see him give him that ball where he could run and possibly split a defender and make that first down, but throws it a little bit low, and that's a tough catch for anybody.
Gillen mishits it. It's going to hit at the 27 and trickle out of bounds, and that's where the Redskins will take over. And the Redskins now will also have a change of quarterback. Josh Woodrum will check into the game, and that brings to an end the third quarter. Joe, thanks so much for stopping by. We enjoyed it. It's always good to see you.
Thank you, Joe. It's great to see you.
It was a lot of fun, guys. I really appreciate you having me.
We'll be watching you on Thursday nights on the NFL Network. We miss you on the field, but it's always good to catch up and see you at Browns games, and we'll be watching you on Thursday night.
Thanks. This is a joy being up here with you guys. You guys are doing a great job, and hope to see you guys in the fall a little bit.
All right.
Thank you, Joe. Appreciate it.
Very good. Joe Thomas, soon to be enshrined in Canton at the Pro Football Hall of Fame. 17-10 Browns. We're back with one quarter.
There's a reason the kettle chips are so good at Meijer.
We cut our chips a little thick, cook them a little long, and batches are a little small. So all our flavors are really big. At crunch time, that's why the kettle chips are so good at Meijer.
Quit eating your burgers on the coffee table. If you want to eat a burger, put it on a bar. Follow your instincts to B-Dubs for the new All-American Cheeseburger. Fresh, juicy beef smashed till it's crispy around the edges, covered in gooey cheese, and stacked to the ceiling with deliciousness. And knock that baby down with a frosted beer at the bar. Just like the sports gods intended. The new All-American Cheeseburger at Buffalo Wild Wings. Roar!
It's not just about earning a degree. It's about discovering who you are and how we can help you reach your maximum potential. We know we are educating students with a hunger to make a difference in the world we live in. Let Walsh University arm you with the skills to make it happen.
At Discount Drug Mart, we work hard to keep our patients up to date with their immunizations, especially those at high risk.
We take into account our patients' age, medical conditions, and past immunization history.
Immunizations are just as important to your health as diet and exercise, but can be taken care of with just one visit, effectively protecting yourself and your loved ones.
Stop at your local Discount Drug Mart
and see us for an immunization review today.
Discount Drug Mart, your immunization destination.
There's a reason the avocados are so big at Meijer.
Big avocados have more healthy oil, more flavor, and more fruit, so they make more guac. Because when you're out of guac, the party takes a dip. That's why the avocados are so big at Meijer.
Dwayne Haskins has to feel at home with that sight. He knows what he's looking at. Browns fans hanging the flag, leading 17-10 as we get set to start the fourth quarter. Josh Woodrum in now for the Redskins at quarterback. And they give along the right side. Not much happening there. Mac Wilson chasing down the play, making the tackle. See Woodrum's numbers last season with the Cowboys, spot duty. See the 2 interceptions and no touchdowns. We'll face a 2nd down and 6 now. And another run, and this time a terrific job by the Browns defense putting up pressure up the middle. And Burris has played well here in the second half. You saw he had the sack a short while ago, and they're breaking through to make the tackle for a loss. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and 8. Browns out throwing the Redskins 268 yards to 153. And there is David Blau getting ready to come into the game for the Browns in the 4th quarter. 3rd down, 8 now. Woodrum with his first drop back has time, and that one is picked off, and it is Mack Wilson again with a terrific play, showing extension, and then throwing the football 40 yards downfield. There's that man again, Tim.
Man, what a play from the rookie Mack Wilson, his 2nd interception of the night, and that one may have been better than the first one. That was unbelievable. That looked like a defensive back out there in space going up and making that play.
We saw his pick 6 earlier. How about the athletic play here by Mack Wilson? The Browns take over at midfield when we come back.
This is how we do the summertime.
Now, for a limited time, you can lease a Hyundai Tucson for just $179 a month.
The Hyundai Epic Summer Clearance. Visit your local Hyundai dealer or buyhyundai.com for details.
I think freedom and financial stability go hand in hand. The hardest part of getting from point A to point B is that how are you going to get there? Budgeting your money isn't always the easiest thing, but by using the KeyBank mobile app and seeing where your money's being spent on a regular basis, it allows you to establish the amount of money that you can put towards different things, and that's more money that you can spend on things that you care about.
Make financial progress with KeyBank. Use the red key.
When you're a single mom, you're not just mom. Sometimes you're dad, teacher, coach, protector, disciplinarian, playmate, and provider. It's a lot for one person, but Paramount Advantage Medicaid is here to help with health insurance for you and your child. You'll have access to excellent eye doctors and ear doctors, and your kid will get to see the pediatrician with the good suckers. All you need is a little advantage. Visit ParamountAdvantage.org today.
Now, for a limited time, you can lease a Hyundai Tucson for just $179 a month.
The Hyundai Epic Summer Clearance. Visit your local Hyundai dealer or buyhyundai.com for details.
All right, down on the sideline now here at First Energy Stadium, joined by Myles Garrett. Myles, Mack Wilson having himself a night. How about the rookie?
Oh, man, he's been getting after it. We've seen this all camp, and we were just waiting for him to unleash a little bit during some of the preseason games.
I feel like there's been some agitation from the defense during training camp because all we've talked about is the offense, all the new additions to the offense, and you guys look pretty good tonight. Are you happy with where this defense is right now?
They're getting up some yardage, and there's a couple of things we can clean up, but right now, we're happy with all the takeaways and guys just having fanatic effort, getting after the ball and making big plays.
The T-shirt guys were out here throwing T-shirts into the crowd. You jumped in the bag, you pulled one out, you threw it. This doesn't feel like a preseason atmosphere, does it? Especially not at the beginning of the ball game.
Not at all. I mean, best friends in the NFL, and they come and show that every night. So it's lovely to see how many fans are here and how much they care and just trying to get that back.
Myles, that's all we need from you. Thanks so much. Guys, back to you.
All right, John, thank you. We appreciate it. Yeah, it's hard to ignore talent like that. that we've seen from Matt Wilson. It's going to be a nice addition to this Browns defense, for sure, Tim.
No doubt about it. He's a playmaker, and 2 picks tonight, and I think he's going to make the roster, Jay. I'm going to go out on a limb. I think Mac has a roster spot.
I think that's safe. That is safe. Blau missing on that throw. So that'll bring a 3rd down and 4. David Blau will sound familiar to Buckeye fans because this was the young man that absolutely did whatever he wanted to against Ohio State in week 7 of the season a year ago. He beat an Ohio State team that had 9 draftees. Purdue had 0 draftees. And they beat them soundly. And much of it was due to the play of David Blau. Young man threw for 378 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. As it was the stunner of the college football season for many. Ohio State was ranked number 2. His Purdue team had lost earlier in the year to Eastern Michigan. No one was giving Purdue a chance. But on that night in West Lafayette, thanks in large part to David Blau, the Buckeyes went down. So 4th down and 4, and Freddie Kitchens will keep the Browns offense out on the field to see what Blau can do here in a pressure situation. Steps up, tries to run for it. He's going to be short of the 1st down, and the Redskins will take over there at the 42-yard line. The call, obviously, you wouldn't do that in a regular season game, but the call puts the young man in a position to try to make a play in a big spot.
Yeah, it does. You're just trying to put your young quarterback, lead him out on the field, see if you can convert a 4th down situation.
Redskins will take over. 12:04 to go in the football game, trailing the Browns 17-10.
It's an exciting time at Kia with great products. Get great deals on vehicles loaded with advanced technology features, like the 2020 Soul or Sportage with available forward collision avoidance, or the 2019 Sorrento Optima or Forte with available blind spot collision warning, all with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty.
Ooh, I like this one.
You, sir, have great taste.
He's taken.
Hurry into Kia's summer sales event today to get great deals on select models.
Turn up summer with Minute Maid slushies, only at McDonald's. Enjoy 3 refreshingly chilled flavors. New sweet peach, blue raspberry, and fruit punch while summer lasts.
Quit eating your burgers on a coffee table. If you want to eat a burger, put it on a bar. Follow your instincts to B-Dubs for the new All-American Cheeseburger. Fresh, juicy beef smashed till it's crispy around the edges, covered in gooey cheese, and stuck to the ceiling with deliciousness. And knock that baby down with a frosted beer at the bar. Just like the sports gods intended.
No, they playing no more games tonight.
Cheeseburger.
They're not playing no more games tonight.
At Speedway, we are always looking out for you. That's why we invest in industry-leading technology like our fast and secure pumps. Equipped with state-of-the-art card readers, with the latest advances in credit card security to keep your information safe at thousands of Speedway locations. Which means when you fill up here, you know Speedway's got your back. So you can get what you need and get on your way.
This broadcast is copyrighted by NFL Productions for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the consent of NFL Productions is prohibited.
Tim, it's been all about the defense tonight. They've been everywhere, and they've been primarily backups.
Yeah, they have. A lot of the young guys, a lot of the rookies. We've seen Greedy Williams make some plays, stopping in the run game, making an interception. And then we've seen Lawrence get in the backfield, and obviously Mac Wilson. Look at those plays, the pick six, and then again the pick over the middle. Just super athletic plays from these young rookies.
Redskins 1st and 10 now after the turnover. Nothing happened on the left side run. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. Davis in on the stop. And there he is. Matt Wilson, a guy who Browns fans are going to be seeing a lot of this season. Again, a 5th-round draft pick. Came out a year early from Alabama. And there were many SEC observers that watched him regularly that were stunned that he had slipped that far. But you have to give John Dorsey and this Browns scouting staff credit for finding players that other organizations, for whatever reason, decided to pass on it. And Tim, as you know, you're supposed to hit on your first, second, and third rounders, but when you start finding treasures like that in round number 5 that can contribute to your football team, that's how you get over that hump. And John Dorsey is really good at finding guys that can play football.
That's exactly right, Jay. That's where you build your team, is those later round draft picks. And if you can find guys who can come in and contribute, you've really done your job. And I think John Dorsey is one of, if not the best general manager in all of football. And just what he's done in a short period of time since he's been in Cleveland, just totally rebuilding this roster, going out and getting Baker Mayfield in the draft. And a lot of people said you probably shouldn't take Baker Mayfield number 1. He saw something in Baker that he knew he could come in here and be a franchise quarterback. And they built this thing around Baker. They went out and they've got the playmakers for him. They've got the offensive line. They've added the pieces on defense around their franchise player, Myles Garrett, on that side of the ball. So it's just John Dorsey's done an unbelievable job, and I just can't wait to see these guys out there this season, how it plays out.
Well, as you think about it from an optimism standpoint, it was last year at this time, Tim, we were sitting here doing the first preseason game, coming off an 0-16, 1-31 over the last 2 seasons, wondering if there would be wins and where they would come from. They piled up 7, and now you're looking at a Browns team that comes into the 2019 season just 1 year after an 0-16 with thoughts of the playoffs, and that's a big testament to John Dorsey and his staff. 10.5 to play in the fourth quarter for First Energy Stadium. The Browns clinging to that 1-touchdown lead.
This is a place where people start the day early, put in hard work, find time for things that matter, and still keep it moving. Where dedication is key and flexibility is a real option. Where people get reskilled, retooled, and certified. They train on the cutting edge for high-demand industries and are aiming to do something different. This is Cuyahoga Community College. This is where futures begin.
Honeymoon you've always dreamed of. That feels like $1 million. Play the newest instance from the Ohio Lottery.
Here you go.
Time to go to work now.
Time to go to work now. This is it, man. It's crazy. You know, I've been dreaming about this. It's finally here.
Are you hit you yet? We're going to get after each other today. All right? Let's go. Take care of each other. Right now, Kurt.
Boy, time flies. Personally, I know I cannot believe my daughter is almost a year old. It was a big step. Moments are special. Time matters. It's important how we spend it. Oh yeah, this is our daughter. Let's give yourself a few moments in the morning to take a breath. I know a comfortable place where you can start your day with people you can trust. Trent, Terrence, and I will help you get ready for not just another day, but a better one. Let's make it a Good Morning Cleveland right before GMA.
The Browns are holding a total of 15 free and open practices at training camp in Berea this summer. That ranks among the most in the NFL. 11 down, 4 to go. If you haven't made it out there, you still have time to do so. Plenty of attractions for kids. There's expanded seating this year and unique up-close opportunities to see the team. It's a fan experience like no other. And there he is, Kareem Hunt, a guy that Cleveland Browns fans are anxious to get their eyes on, see what he can do in a Cleveland Browns uniform. How about that throw and catch? David Blau putting one absolutely on the money to DJ Montgomery, who's made a number of nice those catches at training camp this year. The youngster getting a shot here to show what he can do.
That's rookie to rookie right there. Great throw, like you said, Jay. David Blau putting that ball on the back shoulder, double coverage, but he still put the football where only his receiver could get it, and great job by Montgomery for tracking that ball and making an adjustment mid-air and catching it.
Undrafted rookie out of Austin Peay. Blau this time throws it right into the teeth of the Redskins defense. That one could have gone a long way the other way. But that's why some guys play defense. And Deion Harris showing maybe he didn't have the hands to be a wide receiver.
Yeah, he doesn't have Mack Wilson hands, that's for sure. That ball was thrown well behind the wide receiver. And, luckily for Blau, that's not a pick six.
So what's he seeing there? Sheehy Giuseppe making his cut. Just a bad throw?
It's just a bad throw. He probably shouldn't have thrown the ball in there anyway. There were three guys around his receiver, and he just kind of forced it and threw a bad ball on top of it.
Let's go down to Dustin, down on sidelines. Dustin, take it away.
Listen, I got a problem with what you're talking about. Defensive backs can catch the football. Why take a shot?
Hey, but Dustin, if they could really catch, wouldn't they be on the offensive side?
Oh, that's what you guys always say. Come on. I'm taking cheap shots. I'm down here like, open my mic. I got to talk to these guys.
Well, listen, present company excluded. I know you just love to get your head in there and make tackles.
Oh, no doubt. That's why I played boundary corner.
And played it well. 3rd down 6 now for the Browns after the short gain on the run play. Blau back to throw. Has some opening up the middle. And will run for a 1st down. So the youngster showing that he can tuck and run if he has to.
Nice play that time by Blau. Nothing open down the field. Just take it, tuck and run, get all you can get, keep these chains moving.
So the big question from tonight, Tim, I think, is did the Browns see what they needed to see from Dontrell Hilliard? Because we know it's going to be Hunt and we know it's going to be Chubb, but with no Duke Johnson now, that leaves a vacancy, particularly until week 10 when Hunt's available.
Yeah, I don't know if they saw enough tonight out of Hilliard to say that's our guy going forward who could be our number 2 until Hunt gets back. It was kind of up and down. Did he flash it a few times? Did he make some nice runs? Absolutely. But he also made some mistakes. He had the fumble going in down on the goal line. He had a miscue in pass protection where he got out of position, had the holding penalty. So it was kind of an up and down performance, honestly, from Hilliard. But, I think that he is a talented guy. They just got to have him do it more consistently.
A.J. Ouellette with the carry there. Loss of 2. That brings up 2nd down and 12. And D'Ernest Johnson is another guy that could factor into this. Played in the AAF. Blau throws it away. There may have been a hold before he got rid of it. The Redskins may turn that penalty down because it's already 3rd and 12.
Holding. Offense number 63. 10-yard penalty. Repeat 2nd down.
They'll take it, push them back 10. It'll be a redo of 2nd down. They'll need 22 to pick it up. So, Tim, if you're John Dorsey, do you sit by and watch next week's preseason game and see if Hilliard can clean up those mistakes, or are you starting to call general managers to see who might be available if you're looking to make a trade?
Well, knowing John Dorsey, I think he's going to be working the phones. I think he's going to see who's out there and who's available. You talk about West, Shakandrick West, who knows from Kansas City, who could be a player who can fit right into this system. So there's some guys available out there he can go take a look at if he wants to.
That pass is completed, but again, there's a flag down in the backfield, and I think that's going to back the Browns up 10 more. Dustin, your thoughts? Did you see what you needed to see tonight from Dontrell?
I thought he was okay at times. I mean, that fumble is what's going to be caught in the crawl of Freddie Kitchens as he goes to bed tonight. He's going to remember that fumble because that should have been a touchdown. And, Bernie's obviously down here with me as well. Your thoughts on Hilliard tonight?
Well, I think Dustin hit it exactly right. It's been a little up and down, but also, again, we're victims or beneficiaries of the guys around us. I think our offensive line has done exceptional tonight from the pass protection standpoint. From the run game, the holes aren't exactly there yet, so a little more work has to go on it from a team perspective.
Guys, let's just be honest. We need a backup running back to basically bide us some time for 8 weeks, right? Because I know this team internally is super excited about the possibility of Kareem Hunt coming back in Week 9. And if Nick Chubb can stay healthy, you just have to have somebody just to sort of spell him. And hopefully Hilliard can be that guy. If not, I mean, there's a million running backs out there on the streets.
That's very true, as the Browns actually picked up some penalty yardage there, defensive penalty, hands to the face. That's true, Dustin, but at the same time, you never want to make a trade from the point of desperation. And if the Browns go to the season with the thinking that all we got to do is get to Week 10 when he'll finally be available, as the Browns have a bye, so it'll be Week 10 before he actually comes out, their 9th game. But you never know what happens during the course of the first 8 games, and if should Chubb suffer an injury, then the Browns are looking at almost, well, they wouldn't have a season back available at that point if they didn't make a trade now. And they wouldn't have to do it out of desperation, Tim. If they have to make a trade once the season begins, the price they'll have to pay will go up.
Yeah,
teams will know they're desperate.
Yeah, I would agree with that. You know, I would be surprised if John Dorsey doesn't go out and try to find someone just in case, because you never know. You know, it's an 8. You know, those first 8 games, Nick Chubb's going to carry a lot of the load. It's going to take a lot of punishment. You hope he stays healthy, but you never know in this league. So you certainly have to have someone behind him that you feel comfortable with that can come in and be not quite as productive as Nick Chubb, but be a productive back and can do all the things that you're looking for a running back to do in this league.
Productive backs don't fall out of trees. We know that. Ouellette with the carry. Dives forward for a first down. Ouellette, the rookie out of Ohio University. So that'll be something for us to watch off the field as the Browns continue to go through this preseason. The one thing we know, and Dustin touched on it, if you get to the 9th game of the season and things aren't going well, and you add a Kareem Hunt to that mix, we saw an offense tonight without Njoku, without Beckham, without Landry, take the ball down the field against the ones and look like they were going against no defense. So this could be a situation where you add Kareem Hunt to that mix, and that could be the extra push you need when you're trying to get into the playoffs. Nice run there by Traylon Gray. Another one of these University of Miami products. I mentioned 8 former Hurricanes on this roster, Tim.
They produced a lot of talent there for sure. And I think you made a good point, Jay, with Kareem Hunt getting him back. You would think this team will be pushing for a playoff position. And if you get Kareem Hunt back and add him to the mix, and you got to think fresh legs. He hasn't been taking that beating. He's going to have those fresh legs for the second half of the season into that playoff push. And I think that's absolutely huge to have him and Nick Chubb in the backfield at the same time. I can't wait to see how that plays out.
First down and 10 now for Blau, who's got to hurry to get it off, and just does. It's Gray again, making some guys miss and taking it down to the 12-yard line. So if you're looking for, and it's always tough, coaches never want to come right out and say, so-and-so is my favorite player. But when you listen to Freddie Kitchens talk about Nick Chubb, Tim, he's not pulling any punches. If he could take 53 just like Nick Chubb, he'd do it in a heartbeat. And we'll try to sneak those comments in after this play. He loves number 24, and there's a whole lot there to love.
There is, and he's what you want in a professional football player. He's a guy that shows up, comes to work every day. You know exactly what you're going to get from Nick Chubb. He can do it all. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. He can pass protect. He can obviously run the football and make plays. He's exactly what you're looking for in a football player.
Wow, with a nice throw to DJ Montgomery for the touchdown. A flag is down, and we'll wait to sort that out. But for the moment, the Browns have taken a 23-10 lead. That was a nice throw.
Defense, number 38.
And it stands.
Yeah, great throw that time by Blau. That's 2 times that he's found DJ Montgomery on the back shoulder throw. We saw him down the sideline, and then here again down in the end zone. Just great placement on that throw from Blau. Great timing. You'll see here he gets the one-on-one situation on the outside, doesn't hesitate, puts it on the back shoulder where his guy can go down and make the play, and Montgomery does it for him. Great job setting up that route, selling it to the inside, pushing the defender up the field, getting his head around before the defender does. That way he can locate the ball, and you see the pass interference come there with the grab on the face mask. But great execution by those 2 young players.
Montgomery does a great job to still keep his eye on the ball and pull it in. So the Browns score again, taking a 23-10 lead, pending the kick here from the rookie, Austin Seibert. And that is up, and that is good. Big leg. We saw that in pregame made kicks. Accuracy has been a bit of an issue, but not here tonight. Browns score again, 24-10, 4:19 to go in preseason game number 1.
This is Wendy's Bacon Fest. And this is the all-new Bacon Jalapeno Cheeseburger. That bacon sizzles.
I'll have what she's having.
No one does bacon like Wendy's. So get to Wendy's Bacon Fest now.
Oh, my chips are in.
All my chips are in.
And my favorite chips, barbecue.
And my car keys on my chocolate chip key ring.
You can't drive anywhere. Your insurance lapsed.
That may be so, but check this. Computer chips.
But now you can't get online to get a quote.
Guys, keep your keys. We'll insure you, but read them and weep. For a great low rate you can get online. Go to the general and save some time.
Alexa, turn on the house lights.
Right now, get a 2019 Escape with 0% financing for 60 months plus $1,175 cash back. Only from Northeast Ohio's best-selling brand.
This is Wendy's Bacon Fest. And this is the all-new Bacon Jalapeno Cheeseburger. That bacon sizzles.
I'll have what she's having.
No one does bacon like Wendy's. So get to Wendy's Bacon Fest now.
Browns stretch their lead to 2 touchdowns now, 4:19 to go in the 4th. Time now for quarterback stats brought to you by First Energy, your hometown energy team. And Tim, even though he played 2 minutes, Baker's quarterback rating 158. What's not to love about that? Drew missed some throws, made some nice throws in other spots, but really Garrett Gilbert's numbers jump out at you, 14 of 22, and even Blau has looked good.
Yeah, they have. Both of the young quarterbacks have looked really good. And, the Browns have passed as a team for over 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, but more importantly, no interceptions. And I think that's a great credit to quarterback coach Ryan Lindley. He does an outstanding job of getting all these guys ready to play. And they all came in and did a nice job of understanding the system and throwing the ball down the field.
Blau did a great job on that drive, capped it with the 11-yard toss to DJ Montgomery. 6-11, goes the length of the field, takes 11 plays, and now the Redskins will take over with just over 4 minutes to go here in the first preseason game from First Energy Stadium. And the Redskins try to throw on first down. It is dropped by Parham. We talked about Nick Chubb and what his head coach thinks about him. Well, you be the judge. I think he likes him. Freddie Kitchens.
Nick Chubb's one of the finest human beings I know. He's one of the hardest workers I know. And have you ever talked to Nick? You have? Did it take any prodding? Because Nick Chubb is all about work now. You want to know what the definition of keeping your head down and just going to work is. It's him.
He loves him, and there's a whole lot there to love, and he's right. He's a very soft-spoken guy, and you can tell if you spend any time around him, he's all about football and doing his job, and he tells a story about last season. Chubb went over 1,000 yards, which is quite an accomplishment for a rookie running back. And they gave him the ball a couple of times, and he loses 4 yards, and he goes back down under 1,000 yards. And Freddie said he never said one word about it. Almost like he just either didn't know or didn't care.
Yeah, that's rare. I think he just wants to go out and do what it takes for him to help his team win a football game. And, I watched Nick Chubb a lot in college at Georgia. Obviously, he was playing in the SEC East. Me being a Kentucky fan, and so I watched Chubb's whole career, and he was was just unbelievable in college. So I'm not surprised at all about the success he's having here in the NFL. And, you know, he was splitting time kind of the last year or so with Sony Michel, who's playing for the New England Patriots right now. And those two guys were just so dynamic. But always been really impressed with Nick Chubb, and I'm glad we have him here as a Cleveland Brown.
Well, there's another guy that the Browns were able to be patient, and he was available in the second round. And this is a guy who, Tim, talk about his career at Georgia. There have been a lot of good running backs at Georgia, but only Herschel Walker has ever run for more yards than this guy.
And he missed time with a knee injury.
He missed time with the injury, and if it wasn't for that, he probably would have amassed more yards than the great Herschel Walker. So the Redskins will punt it away to the Browns. And it is Sheehy Giuseppe feeling it inside the 15, and he gets one block, and he's gone, and he is gone. Taking it the distance for the touchdown is Sheehy Giuseppe on a terrific special teams play. And now Freddie can smile because he has seen all of the units do their thing. And do you think they're happy for Sheehy or not?
Yeah,
he's a team favorite.
He is, and his story is just amazing. How he's even on this football team. He kind of talked himself into a workout. He said he knew Alonzo Highsmith. He did not, and he got on the field and impressed Alonzo so much. And he said, "We need to bring this guy in for a workout." He ran a 4.340 that day, and he's an electrifying kick and punt returner, and he showed the speed there.
Well, he played at Phoenix College, junior college, and actually led the nation in kickoff return yardage with 4 touchdowns, and second in National Junior College in yards per kickoff return and punt return. So here's a guy that can return kicks. The Browns in their history have had some pretty good return men. When you take a look at the likes of Josh Cribbs and Eric Metcalf and the Ice Cube. But he might have just punched his ticket to that 53-man roster, because I know it's going to be hard to do that as a receiver, but he just showed that this is why you have a guy like this on your 53, because you need someone to return kicks, and he does it well.
Yeah, 86 yards, and he went 86 in a flash. Look at that little seam. He hits it just running past guys, and you knew at this point, when he gets out in the open field, that it's lights out. No one's catching him, and with 4.3 speed, he's just pulling away from defenders, and so happy for him to go out and make that play. And I love the celebration, the reaction from his teammates. They're so happy for him to make that play, and that's just awesome to see. That's a lot of fun right there.
He got clotheslined and finally taken down, and I think 60 of the 90 rostered players came out to pile onto him.
They did. That's really cool to see. And, just to see these young guys come out here and make the plays that they're used to making in college, and they have some success here in their first NFL action. That's great to see.
Greg Joseph takes his turn, knocks it off the upright, and no good. So the battle for kicker, which usually would go to the drafted rookie, kind of swings back and forth here. Because we saw him miss a number of extra points last year. He actually missed more extra points than he did field goals. And talking with head coach Freddie Kitchens yesterday, he said, you know what I want? I want consistency. I want to know what I'm going to get. If I send a guy out there for 45 yards, I want to know he's going to make it. I want to know if I send him out there from 50, that he's got a whatever percentage chance to make it. But I don't want a roll of the dice with my kicker. And Greg Joseph just hurt himself, you would think, a little bit in the battle for the starting kicking job on this team.
I would think so, and especially the last thing you want is a guy who's really inconsistent on extra points. That should be pretty much automatic. You think that you punch the ball in the end zone, you should be able to get the point after. He struggled with that last year, and here he is struggling again, so I'm sure that's very disappointing for him and Freddie Kitchens.
So it's 30-10. Browns up now by 20 points with just over 3 minutes to go. He sails that kickoff out of the back of the end zone. So perhaps channeling a little bit of anger, although they did get 10 yards on the kickoff, kicking from the 35. So you hate to see it. You hate to see a young guy struggle when he's really in a battle for his football life. But that's what the preseason is for. The coaches need to see these guys in game situations. And he's talking it over with with his long snapper now, but it happens. In the meantime, Sheehy is just on cloud 9.
And taking the oxygen in. I think
he deserves it.
Yeah.
Woodruff trying to find his man and finally does. And a nice couple of moves after the catch there. Late flag comes in, but Sean Wilson showing some nice movement there after the catch. Sort out the flag.
Illegal block in the back. Offense, number 46. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Repeat first down.
Carnes, so that'll bring back the nice catch and run by Sean Wilson. So, Tim, with 2:55 to go, let's talk thumbs up, thumbs down. Guys that helped themselves tonight. Who are they?
Well, I think that, from the quarterback position, I think Garrett Gilbert did a nice job. I thought he really settled into the game, started making some throws after the first couple series. He did an outstanding job. And then some of these, interior linemen, I thought Lawrence did an outstanding job, had a big sack. Chad Thomas made a couple plays out there tonight. And then you go to the linebackers, Taki made some plays, and obviously Mac Wilson was the highlight of the entire game. And, the secondary was good. Greedy, the rookie cornerback out of LSU, had a pick tonight, had a couple of missed assignments and things like that, but I thought he was good coming up and supporting versus the run. So a lot of guys really performed well, a lot of young guys. That's what you wanted to see here in the first preseason game.
Guys that may have hurt themselves, in your view?
Well, I think obviously you take a look at Joseph missing that extra point. That's not a good thing when you're in a position battle. You can't go out and miss extra points in these type of games. And, really didn't get to pay that much attention to the right guard position like I wanted to. It's kind of hard to see, from being up here. There's so much going on. It's kind of hard to see what's happening with the right guard position. But I'm sure Freddie will kind of fill us in on that after the game, how that position played out. And, so we'll see. But some guys, a lot of guys helped themselves, but some guys were kind of up and down. I thought Hilliard was up and down a little bit. He got a big opportunity here tonight to carry the football quite a bit. He was pretty inconsistent. So we'll see what happens after the game, what Freddie has to say about the way he thought these guys performed.
That Woodruff throw sails incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd down and 10. So it's possible the Browns could get the ball back and try to put together some sort of 2-minute drive. I think the opening drive, very impressive for this Browns first unit. We saw Baker miss on his first throw and then hit on 6 straight as he took the Browns 89 yards on that opening drive. So not that anybody's judging Baker on whether or not he can hurt or help himself. He's the unquestioned starter and leader of this team. But one of the things that you look for, Tim, it's all about adjustments in the NFL, particularly for year 2 guys. And you hear so much about the sophomore slump, particularly at the position of quarterback. And we've seen guys come into the league in the last really decade that had great success in year 1, but the league caught up with them in year 2. So when we come back from the break, I want to get your thoughts, Tim, on how Baker Mayfield avoids that sophomore slump.
Here you go.
Time to go to work now.
Time to go to work now. This is it, man. It's crazy. I've been dreaming about this. Finally here.
Have you hit you yet? We're going to get after each other today. All right? Let's go. Take care of each other. Break now, Kurt.
Quit eating your burgers on a coffee table. If you want to eat a burger, put it on a bar. Follow your instincts to B-dubs for the new All-American Cheeseburger. Fresh, juicy beef smashed till it's crispy around the edges, covered in gooey cheese, and stacked to the ceiling with deliciousness. And knock that baby down with a frosted beer at the bar, just like the sports gods intended. The new All-American Cheeseburger at Buffalo Wild Wings. Roar!
Count your blessings. Every morning, I'm reminded of that. I get to start my day right here with my family. Katie, she's the heart of Good Morning Cleveland. Caring, compassionate. She tells these special stories that really stay with you. And Trent's the guy that brings out the best in everyone around him. It makes you smile, and that is not easy when you're forecasting the weather in Cleveland. I'm beyond blessed to spend that time with them and share that time with you. And that's what makes it a Good Morning Cleveland.
I'm really pumped about this. You have to subscribe to the Browns YouTube channel to stay up to date with all your Browns news, get caught up on the latest episodes of Building the Browns. Plus, I'm really pumped about this. Coming this fall, it's the debut of Club 46. That's when I get to sit down in long-form interview style and talk to Browns greats. Brian Syke will join us, Phil Dawson, Paul Warfield, even the great Tim Couch. I'm told is going to carve time out of his busy schedule to sit down with me for an hour. It's all on the Browns YouTube channel, which I think is one of the best YouTube channels out there. You have to check it out. And how about the Baker hats?
Love it.
I might try to get you to wear one of those in the interview.
Gladly. I would gladly wear one. I'm a fan.
3rd down 6 now as we are inside the 2-minute warning here at tonight's preseason game number 1. Pass is caught, and that'll be enough for a first down. Kelvin Harmon with the reception. So, Tim, I asked you going to the break, because you went through it, how do you avoid the sophomore slump? What does Baker need to look out for most?
You know, I think for a quarterback, you need to do a lot of self-scout in the offseason. You know, Baker did so many things well, but what did he not do well? What can he improve on going into year 2? And I think some of those things are understanding protections, understanding how to get yourself blocked up at the line of scrimmage. And those are the things that you could do to help yourself as a young quarterback. But like you said, Jay, there's all that film on Baker Mayfield from last year. So these defensive coordinators are coming up with schemes all offseason long to try and stop Baker in this offense. But the thing that Baker has going for him is what John Dorsey did for him in the offseason, going out and getting these guys and putting an Odell Beckham out there with Jarvis Landry, adding a Kareem Hunt. You know, just the weapons that Baker has around him. I don't think there's going to be any sophomore slump. I think Baker's a guy who works extremely hard. He wants to be the best quarterback in the NFL. He has that mindset and that work ethic, and I think the talent that he has around him, I don't think there's going to be any drop-off whatsoever.
Boy, we saw the video of him and shotgunning a beverage on the big screen.
That was impressive.
It was not only was it impressive, as I'm watching that, I literally was saying to myself, I don't think I've ever seen a pro athlete take on the persona of a fan base better and quicker than this guy has. You talk about knowing Cleveland fans. He's dialed in. It feels like he's just one of us.
It really does. And, you know, I think back when, I was the quarterback here and, in my rookie year, second year, I wasn't as open as Baker was with the fans. Couldn't relate like he does. And he does such a good job of saying, this is who I am. I'm Baker Mayfield. I'm not going to change for anything. I'm a confident guy. I'm a fiery guy. And he just gives it to him all out. And, he's shotgunning beers at the Indians games and those kind of things. But people love him. And, he does his work. He gets the job done. But he also likes to have fun too, and I'm a huge Baker Mayfield fan, and wish him nothing but the best throughout his career.
Defensive end Anthony Zettel having to be helped off the field. Yeah, it really is amazing, and I think Freddie gets the fan base as well. From day one, if you're not wearing brown and orange, you don't matter. His attitude is forget the glitz and glamour. I'm a football guy. I coach one way.
Old school Alabama.
Old school Alabama style. And he's fun to be around, too. And the guys have really fed off of that. He knows when to coach them hard. But he also, as that ball is knocked out of the quarterback's hands on the attempted throw and recovered by the Redskins offense, you see at practice that he knows when to joke with the guys and to bust their chops a little bit, but he also knows when they need to be coached hard. Nice hit right there by Tagi Sanko to knock the football free. So I think that these two guys that come in and really kind of hold the future to Cleveland in their hands done an amazing job. And I think throw John Dorsey in that crew of understanding what makes this fan base tick and just giving the fans what they want.
I completely agree. You know, coming off the 0-16 season, the year, and then they go out and draft Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield was exactly what this team needed at the exact right time. They just injected energy into this organization and a confident player who can really turn the whole organization around. And then they go out and, you know, they add, you know, Freddie Kitchens comes in halfway through the year, starts calling the plays. He and Baker just have this tremendous chemistry, and they go out on a limb and get a guy who's never been a head coach at any level, a head coaching job with the Cleveland Browns, because he and Baker have such rapport and such chemistry, and I think it was an outstanding move by John Dorsey.
Well, the last couple of years, it seems like everything the Browns have done has been absolutely perfect. 30-10 is the final score. The Browns successful in preseason game number 1. We're going to take a quick break, and we're back from First Energy Stadium right after this.
At Speedway, we are always looking out for you. That's why we invest in industry-leading technology like our fast and secure pumps. Equipped with state-of-the-art card readers, with the latest advances in credit card security to keep your information safe at thousands of Speedway locations. Which means when you fill up here, you know Speedway's got your back. So you can get what you need and get on your way.
Right now, get a 2019 Edge with 0% financing for 60 months plus $3,550 cash back. Only from Northeast Ohio's best-selling brand.
I've always been drawn to those careers where I can help people. I've been a firefighter and a flight medic, but now I'm a lineman. Being a lineman took the pieces that I love from my prior careers and put them all into one. I'm still a first responder, still answering the call when people need us most.
Teammates. Baker Mayfield, job well done tonight, 30-10. He played just that opening drive, but was spectacular. Another guy that was spectacular tonight, Mack Wilson. He joins us live now down on the field with John Doss. John, take it away.
Yeah, guys, Mack Wilson, spectacular. I don't even know if that describes it properly. The guy that the game that this rookie had tonight, 2 interceptions. I don't know if you could have drawn it up any better.
It's crazy. Like, you know, I thank God for it, and I literally prayed for it last night, and I told Taki, my roommate, I was like, I got a feeling I'm going to catch an interception and take it back to the house, and I got a feeling I'm going to catch another one. So, I prayed for it. God answered my prayers, and I was able to, make 2 interceptions.
You thought you should have been higher than a 5th-round draft pick. Is this the beginning of the process to prove that here in the NFL?
It's definitely the beginning, because a lot of people, down talked me and was like, Mack Wilson, you really can't cover. Mack Wilson can't tackle. Mack Wilson can't take on offensive linemen and things like that. That's just a lot of motivation to me, because I feel like, I was the best overall linebacker in the draft, and I'm just going to continue to prove, go back tomorrow, correct some things, get back to work.
Now, the bar is set pretty high now.
Right.
that's one thing I got to work on is just being consistent. I feel like that's the key thing to being in the National Football League, and I've been getting better at it every day at practice, and it just translates to the game.
Mack Wilson, thanks so much. Heck of a ball game, guys.
Thank you.
Couple of picks, one to the house. Terrific start for Mack Wilson. Yeah, he's out to make some people pay. 30-10, the Browns left 15 points on the field. It could have been much worse. Once again, our final score is 30-10. The Browns with a nice start to the preseason. We're going to take one final timeout, and we're back to wrap up preseason game number 1 from First Energy Stadium when we come right back.
It's the Honda Summer Spectacular event. That means more euphoric feelings that come from getting a great deal on a Honda CR-V or HR-V. Or from getting a Pilot or Passport. All part of 2019's best SUV brand. Hurry in today and experience the joy for yourself.
Get a great deal on the Honda Pilot, part of 2019's best SUV brand, at the Honda Summer Spectacular event.
Here you go.
Time to go to work now.
Time to go to work now. This is it, man. It's crazy. I've been dreaming about this. Finally here.
I ain't hit you yet. We're going to get after each other today. All right? Let's go. Take care of each other. Break now, Kurt.
We get to do it all over again next week.
That was a lot of fun. A lot of talent out on the field. Great to see these guys put it all into action here.
Again, our final score, the Browns victorious in week 1 of the preseason, 30-10 over the Washington Redskins. Join us next Saturday on these same stations when the Browns visit the Colts. Coverage begins with Brown Countdown at 3:30 p.m. For Tim Couch, Bernie Kosar, Dustin Fox, John Dawson, our entire crew, I'm Jay Crawford. Now, for our viewers in Cleveland, we send you to the American Family Insurance Browns postgame show with Derek Forrest. Thanks for watching. We'll see you Saturday.
All right, thanks a lot, Jake. Coming up on the American Family Insurance postgame show, we'll have all the postgame reaction from this 30-10 win over the Redskins. We'll have Freddie Kitchens at the podium and one-on-ones with the players down on the field with John Doss. That's next on the American Insurance Browns postgame show. We'll be back after the break.
Here you go.
Time to go to work now.
Time to go to work now. This is it, man. It's crazy. I've been dreaming about this. Finally here.
I ain't hit you yet. We're going to get after each other today. All right? Let's go. Take care of each other. Break now, Kurt.
Hold on to me. Don't let me go. Your first name is free. Last name is down.
Right now, get a 2019 Explorer with 0% financing for 60 months. Only from Northeast Ohio's best-selling brand.
Freedom.
I've always been drawn to those careers where I can help people. I've been a firefighter and a flight medic, but now I'm a lineman. Being a lineman took the pieces that I love from my prior careers and put them all into one. I'm still a first responder, still answering the call when people need us most.
Buckle up, fans. Baker's under center, and he's ready to roll.
American Family Insurance Browns postgame show.
For the Browns postgame show, I am Derek Forrest. We knew coming into this game we wouldn't see Baker Mayfield and the rest of the ones for long, and they wasted little time firing up the fans down at First Energy Stadium. Let's take a look at those highlights. Freddie Kitchens busting out the 2-minute offense to start the game, and it started with an 11-yard catch by Jalen Strong. That over the middle, and then Baker is going to dump it off to Nick Chubb for another first down. That's a gain of 14 yards on the play. Then Chubb gets his first and only carry of the game. Another first down, picks up 12 yards as he fights for the extra yards, and then immediately it was like Duke Johnson who the dump off to Dontrell Hilliard on back-to-back plays, goes for 14 yards on both of them, and now we could potentially have a weapon coming out of the backfield other than Duke Johnson. And then they cap off the drive as Baker hits Rashard Higgins in the end zone, the 24-yard pitch and catch. And then second quarter, how about the Browns defense and this guy? You're going to hear him a lot. You heard a lot about him during training camp this week. He brings it to the game. That's a pick six for Mack Wilson off the former Ohio State quarterback Dwayne Haskins, as the Browns, they win this one 30-10. As we take a look at those stats in the game, and you see Baker Mayfield finishing this one out 5 of 6 for 77 yards and a touchdown. Drew Stanton, he finished 3 for 8 with 63 yards in the game. But other stats you don't see: Garrett Gilbert, 14 of 22 with 135 yards. Dontrell Hilliard running 9 carries, 19 yards, and then out of the backfield for him, 3 receptions for 34 yards. Rashard Higgins led the way with 5 catches and 98 yards, and the touchdown you saw in the highlights. DJ Montgomery also with a touchdown reception in the game. And then obviously on the defensive side of the ball, Jermaine Whitehead, 4 tackles, a fumble recovery. Mack Wilson, 3 tackles, 2 interceptions, and the pick 6. Tons of turnovers for the Browns. You see 5 of them there. Greedy Williams was the other guy who came up with the interception for the defense. And then, of course, the Browns, they win the time of possession over the Redskins in this one. But let's go down to First Energy Stadium. That is where John Doss is standing by with Browns legend Bernie Kosar. I wonder what they're going to talk about. Maybe the quarterbacks, perhaps, John?
Yeah, Derek, I was going to say we found a familiar face of Chris Bernie doing the sideline reporting for this. Excuse me. We got Freddie Kitchens up on the podium. Is that what I'm hearing from Randy? We got Freddie Kitchens up on the podium.
Guys felt excited. They were excited and did a good job of competing on it every day. It wasn't always pretty, but I thought they competed the whole game, even to the end. Any questions?
What do you think that first drive with your first offense out there?
I thought it was a good drive. We didn't have a third down. We were working our 2-minute offense. And I thought that's what they were supposed to do, you know. They're supposed to get completions, big chunk plays. When we hand the ball off, we're supposed to block for Nick. And I thought we did a good job outside, inside, everywhere. It was a really nice first drive.
Did you want to set a tone by taking the ball first? Or should we expect that all the time?
I think, you know, so many things factor into that: weather, wind, your plan. Our plan was to open and get some work in 2-minute offense. And, you know, we were trying to score, you know. No, you can't expect it. It just depends on game to game. I don't want to get into too much first drive.
But could you see yourself going with the no huddle hurry up in other stages of the game?
I'm sure we could. We did it last year, too, at the end, last game of the year.
What was your thinking with Corbett and such a long shift at center?
Well, I mean, we're trying to rotate guys in and out and see where they fit. You know, I thought, you know, Kalis did a couple nice things before he went out. You know, Cush, you know, the first group, when he was in there with the first group, did well. You know, no pressures or anything like that in the first drive. Had a nice run on a sprint draw. So all those guys keep competing, and you know, we'll see where we're at. But even if we find a right guard, we still got other spots to fill. So there's still a lot of competition going on, you know, up front, just like out wide, you know. Receiver, running back. I mean, we've got competition in several areas. I mean, everybody likes to look at the first group and and decide who that is. But when you get into the season, you better have some depth. You better have some dependability, accountability, and reliability on people that are backing these guys up. And that's what we're looking for.
What went the decision on resting Odell and Jarvis? Just not worth the risk?
Yeah, I didn't think it was worth the risk. They've been, trying to fight through a couple things and minor things, nothing to write home about per se, but just, no reason. Why?
And then Ogunjobi and Miles played. Did they just off?
You know what? We discussed it, and they wanted to play one series, and I'm glad they did. Miles had a good pressure on the quarterback and made him throw the ball away.
It's probably too early to answer this question, but that missed PAT by Joseph. Do you have an idea whether the hold was okay or?
I don't know yet about the hold. I just know it didn't go through the upright, and I'm looking for him to go through the upright. I don't want any excuses. I just want the ball through the upright.
All right, that was Browns head coach Freddie Kitchens live at the podium inside of First Energy Stadium. Now we come back to the field, and Bernie, you said it, we know where we stand in the hierarchy. We come out, Freddie goes to the podium, we got to take the head coach.
Oh, absolutely. With the coach Freddie getting the first win of the preseason, we absolutely are happy with that.
We didn't see Baker Mayfield long. We knew we were only going to see Baker for one drive. It turned out to be a 2-minute drill, and he took the team right downfield. You had to like what you seen from Baker Mayfield.
I'll tell you, I loved what I saw from all four quarterbacks, in particular Baker, of course, coming out with supreme confidence and timing. For the first preseason game, without really your top two receivers, to have that sense of timing and get a score in the end zone on the first drive, very, very positive.
You've been out at training camp in Berea, and it feels like every day the defense has kind of been a step ahead of the offense. But boy, they come out here, and that offense looked like it was light years ahead of that Washington defense. And that was, by the way, with no Odell Beckham Jr. and no Jarvis Landry.
Exactly, and our defense played exceptional today. And I think our defense up front got our offensive line in training camp ready. So our offensive line's been struggling somewhat against the defensive line early in camp. In pass protection today, our offensive line did an exceptional job tonight against the Washington Redskins front four.
Okay, and we're going to talk more about that Browns defense with Dustin Fox coming up later. Bernie, thanks so much for joining us. Derek, back to you in the studio.
All right, thanks a lot, John. Coming up on the Browns post-game show, hopefully we'll get Baker Mayfield at the podium. We'll wait to see, and we'll take that when he steps up. That's coming up next on the Browns post-game show.
Is this the world's best sandwich? Nope. Lance's real peanut butter between 2 toasted crackers is the best. Pick up Lance sandwich crackers now in bite-sized minis.
Remember when your house had this thingy? Now it has that. But with Spectrum, smart homes aren't stopping there because they'll have all this amazing... Yeah, okay. Soon our homes will have this and that. You get the idea. That's why Spectrum's secure, fiber-powered network is ready with the privacy you demand and the bandwidth you need, no matter how smart our homes may become.
I, too, am hungry.
But some things will never change. Spectrum. Think forward.
shows. A whole lot to look at for just $64.99 per month.
Cars have always been a big part of my life, and now, as parents, we rely on the Honda Odyssey. As you grow, Jack Mattia Honda grows with you. No matter your journey, there's a Honda waiting for you. Visit Jack Mattia Honda today, where we still do business with a handshake.
Wake up with me, Terrence Lee, and open your eyes to the moment.
The 2019 Cadillacs are made for summer and made to move.
Get 0% APR for 72 months plus $1,000 on a 2019 Cadillac Escalade XT5.
New video tonight. Police release body camera footage of the anxious moments officers shoot a suspect after an intense chase. Police say the suspect stole a car, threatened people inside a laundromat, and then pointed his gun at officers.
Oh my gosh, Hannah Catlin live to walk us through how this all went down. Hannah.
Yeah, Aaron and Brian, as that spring day went on, that suspect just got more and more bold. Several rounds of gunfire erupted. It all started, though, by making an 83-year-old woman cry.
You okay? Why don't you have a seat?
Officers arrived right after a woman says she was carjacked at church.
You tell me to get out, I'll kill you right now.
Police say that was the first of several crimes Clifford Gillespie committed one day back in April.
He had his face all cut. I couldn't see nothing out of his eyes.
Police say he took the woman's car here. This witness tells officers Gillespie offered to help her with her laundry before beginning to touch himself.
He's literally playing with himself.
When she took out her phone to call police, she says he then threatened to kill her.
Well, he come back and pull his gun out, and it was gray and black.
Officers say he then got back in the stolen car and led them on a chase before crashing and taking off on foot.
Drop the gun! Drop the gun!
It's unclear whether Gillespie fired shots, but after this gunfire...
Wait, he's still moving! Don't move!
It's clear officers are still careful not to get near him.
He still got the gun! He still got the gun!
Officers try to talk him into surrendering.
Put your hands on top of your head, please! Stop moving, man! We don't want to do this! Please don't do this!
And a second round of gunfire goes off. Before they're finally able to get his weapon.
Get it. Place me, custody.
It's amazing there that in the video, police say Gillespie was just shot in the arm. According to court records, he was last in court in July for a pretrial. He remains in jail tonight. Live in the newsroom, Hannah Catlett, 19 News.
All right, Hannah, thanks very much. Now this new information, a man charged for screaming racial slurs at a local woman.
Now, the victim is black, the suspect a white guy. It started when he drove into her car, then he yelled at her as he tried driving away.
Watch out now to get fast,
The victim recording the entire incident, which then leads to a parking lot. She catches the man and his girlfriend switching places. Then things escalate again.
These people just hit me, and they just hit me, and now they are switching places. The man, white power? Did you say white power to me?
All right, so what you see next, police say that man then tried grabbing a gun from the glove box, but his girlfriend then drove off. This happened in Alliance. The suspect, a 26-year-old from Butler, Pennsylvania, which is north of Pittsburgh. He will be in court tomorrow, and our cameras will be there, so look for updates here on air and on our 19 News app. Well, we are gearing up for another beautiful summer weekend. We have just been pretty much spoiled.
This one's going to be a beauty. Yeah, really is. We may have a little bit of, believe it or not, a few lake effect rain showers tomorrow morning. Look at that, huh? That can happen. All right, take a look. What's happening outside right now? Quiet weather day, 83. Our high today. Take a look at our weather headlines. Clearing skies tonight. More sunshine tomorrow. I mentioned those lake effect showers. Talk about where they may pop off tomorrow morning. Not going to be a big deal. Terrific long-term weather trend, though, too, but have to let you know at least about the chance of perhaps a morning sprinkle. Right now, we're dry, upper 60s, low 70s. Notice where the weather is. Columbus down to Dayton, over to Cincinnati, and into Parkersburg, West Virginia. A lot of thunder right now rolling through West Virginia itself. Take a look here at Future View tomorrow morning. Now, notice, hey, our new forecast information has actually removed our rain chances. But notice, we got a little bit of cloud cover here. We can't rule out a spot sprinkle, as this forecast model has been pretty consistent in keeping the light rain in. So we further mention it, but not necessarily put it in the official forecast. Temperatures tomorrow morning, low to mid-50s away from the lakeshore. Dare I say a little chill in the air, a fall chill. Weather impact tomorrow is a 2. Mostly sunny skies. We'll start in the 60s. Temperatures approaching 70 by 9 a.m. Coming up at 11:18, our next storm threat. When will it arrive?
Hello? Okay. up? Nobody's been claiming on it? Or, what? You know that? What's up, Senpai? Let's go. Make sure to sub if you're new, or if you haven't already.